out-of-body experience.
Welcome to the Brothers of Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back to the Brothers Wrestling Podcast with your host Logan and
Hayden.
And we bring you episode 13 of the Brothers of Wrestling Podcast. And Hayden, we got to talk about Monday Night Raw.
Unlucky 13. Goodness.
We got to talk.
Well, we talk about Raw. Talk about how Finn almost did it.
Yeah, Finn.
Good match.
I thought they might do it. There was a couple near falls at the end there that I thought, ooh, maybe they're going to do it.
I did not think they were going to do it. I did like they came back to his own music.
Yeah, he forgot the cue, though, to do his thing first.
Well, it's been
I know
a
he
while.
hadn't done it for a minute.
He forgot.
And then he told the camera, he said, it's so loud in here you can't hear the music.
Oh,
But I thought they might do, especially in Ireland. I thought maybe they would pull the trigger and make Finn the new world champion for a little bit. He didn't have to carry it to Mania, but same kind of deal with Drew. But
yeah, but Drew was more.
It made more sense for Drew to win it. But I thought maybe Ireland.
Finn,
I thought they might do it.
Finn was just more in the. It's a nice moment for him.
Yeah, but Finn.
It was like that hometown push.
I know, but I'm getting a little bit worried for Finn because it's getting to the point with him where it's if not now, when?
Never. Should have got hurt. That's what I said.
That was 10 years ago.
Exactly. That's the problem.
And it was Rollins' fault. He buckle bombed him on the barricade.
Yeah, but why are you throwing your arms on the barricade anyway? That's what I'm saying. Pop your arm right now.
He buckle bombed Finn and hurt him. He buckle bombed Sting and hurt him. Seth was just unsafe at that time.
I didn't know we were just turning this to a bash.
He broke Cena's nose into oblivion with a knee.
That was pretty bad.
Seth was just unsafe at that time. He's gotten better. He hurts himself now.
Yeah, he just gets hurt. So,
but I thought they might do it with Finn. And now I'm very curious because I did see on Twitter, I did see Paul Heyman had gone on Logan Paul's podcast, and he said that because on the episode of Raw, Heyman and Pierce are talking, and then all of a sudden Adam Pierce gets a phone call, but we don't hear the conversation. Mm-hmm. We don't know who it's from, and so Heyman on Logan Paul's podcast says that he would be worried to take that phone. Even Triple H would be worried to take that phone call. So who is this mystery phone call? Who's the person to call?
You're fired.
Oh, come on.
He's back, baby.
Get out of here. I want a serious answer, not...
Hey, boss. Hey, I think we should fire you now. It's my turn. I need to be Raw and SmackDown GM again.
There's no way that it's going to be either Vince or Big John.
Oh, come on. Why not?
Because that makes no sense.
No, that's probably true. I don't know. It'd be an interesting... I mean, he seemed happy, I thought.
He was... it was more a little bit like annoyed, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. He was smiling. I could tell if he was happy or... I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where that goes, but now he's going to meet with Braun.
Yeah, Braun's coming back next week. They're going to have a face-to-face.
You're fired, Pierce.
Now, knowing Triple H,
Kiss my butt.
Triple H loves the long game, so do we find out immediately next week who was on the phone, or do we play it out a little bit longer?
I could see it. I could see it being, we find out. I could see it being something where this guy wants Braun to come back.
Yeah. What if it's Seth?
Pressure. You think Triple H is afraid?
No, but I mean, what if Seth is orchestrating all this because he is still the leader of the Vision?
That's a push.
Yeah, I know, but I was just trying to think of people.
Push. I told you who it was.
It's not. What if it's Jericho?
What would Jericho be doing?
I don't know. Just thinking of names.
Is he the new leader of the Vision?
That'd be pretty sick. Cool. No, he can't. He can't come back and immediately join a faction.
But why not?
Because he just left like 2 different factions at AEW.
There's nothing wrong with that. What I want to know is why Triple H would be afraid.
I know. Like, who is this person that Heyman says even
Stephanie?
Even Triple H? He probably would be afraid to take that phone call, yeah.
An angry Stephanie. We've seen that before. I don't
But
know.
speaking of Triple H, Unreal Season 2 just dropped recently. And
Boo.
I, as of recording this, have only watched the first 2 episodes. I haven't gotten through. I think there's 3 or 5 in total, so I have 3 left.
I've still watched Zero.
I know you haven't even watched Season 1 yet.
Nope.
But I did want to talk a little bit about Unreal because it's a very
Dumb.
interesting concept. And even Triple H, I forget the exact quote, but I showed you this a couple days ago. Triple H is such a weird guy because
No.
he's all about the access, but then he's like, I wish the fans didn't know so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's put on a show that gives you all the behind the scenes stuff, but then, I wish you guys would just kind of.
Because he's annoyed with the fans like making their own things and then getting
Yeah,
upset when
it's
it doesn't
like,
happen.
hey, maybe you guys should not get too invested in this. Like, what are you talking about? You're making this whole show so we can see behind the scenes, and then you're telling us that we shouldn't get invested in it. It's so
It was
dumb.
very weird. But Unreal as a concept is very strange because it's such a like a punch in the face because you're all in on these characters and
Mhm.
Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch and Lyra
Mhm.
and all these people and then all of a sudden it's just like hits you like a truck and now you're like, "Oh, we're talking about Colby Lopez and Rebecca Quinn and their personal lives and backstage
Mhm.
in Gorilla, Seth sitting back there watching Becky return at WrestleMania. Like it's hard to process for some people.
Mhm. No, it's just weird. It's weird. It's unnecessary. That's what annoys me the most about it. And if you sit there and think that that show's not scripted, that they are showing you what they want you to see, then you don't
Yeah,
know
it's
what's
not
going on
truly
because of it.
unfiltered
You really think that they're just recording everything and this is I
they're recording everything. They're just
I
not showing you everything
I just don't get what the point of it is. What are we doing? Why
because
do you even want to
Triple H
watch that?
wants to be. He wants to have the kayfabe and he wants to have the UFC style uh, or professional sports style access.
But it
You
doesn't make
can't
any
have
sense
both. They
because
contradict each other.
all the show has been doing so far is showing
How bad the
how
booking is
inept and
and the
stupid
writers.
your creative team is.
Yeah, let's talk about
That's
Road
all the
Dogg.
show does. Road Dogg's a piece of trash. She's dumb.
Road Dogg,
She makes bad decisions all the
I did
time.
like Road Dogg. The Truth episode was episode number 2, and Road Dogg
Hmm.
was featured a lot in that. And
Yeah, because him and Truth are good
they're good friends,
friends.
and I did like the whole story with Road Dogg talking about how he's become such good friends with Truth, and that was good. But when we got to the wrestling side of things, the booking side of things, Road Dogg
Yeah, it
was
makes no sense.
brutal.
He has ideas. He can't back up his ideas. Okay. Then he has horrible communication skills. He can't get across an idea to save his life. He couldn't explain any of the thing about truth to Triple H. Triple H didn't
Yeah,
understand
because
what was
he's talking
even
about
going
cutting his
on.
hair and stuff, and Triple H's like, "What does that
Yeah,
help? That doesn't help anything."
yeah. None of it made any sense. And
the
then
the
Road Dogg
worst
couldn't
part
make it make sense. That was the worst
the
part.
worst part about
If you're gonna have an idea, stand by your
yeah,
idea and
he didn't.
have the
Well, he didn't really
details
have
to
it. He
give your
had
idea.
a little bit of an idea. He didn't have anything back behind it.
Embarrassing.
But the worst part about all of this is about Road Dogg is that the IWC already hated him for because they knew he
Yeah,
was
it's just.
the head creative on SmackDown and they hated how SmackDown was
Hmm.
going. And so
Hmm.
I feel like they were trying to make it so that Road Dogg looked good, but they didn't do a very good job because this just emphasized what everybody was saying
Hmm.
for the past year and a half.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. I just don't know what the point of the show is, even the purpose is for. For us to watch how they make these stupid decisions that we hate.
It is cool to see the process of like how they come
Nope,
up with a
I don't
match or
like it.
anything, but when
I don't
it's
want to know.
when it involves Road Dogg, it's not great.
All it shows, all it's shown me so far is how much of a dick all these guys are.
Yeah, they got a lot of
Like,
ego.
like the egos are insane. The way they treat other people is insane.
And I haven't
Like
even
the one from the first season with Pritchard
uh
just getting mad at
I don't want to
Abyss.
get you started on Pritchard because you'll go crazy on Pritchard.
Oh, Pritchard's a piece of crap.
let's move.
He's such
Let's
a
move on from. We don't need to get in.
D-bag.
That'll be a 2-hour podcast about Bruce Pritchard.
And he thinks he's so much smarter
Oh,
than
you're getting
everybody
started.
else. And he makes no sense. When he was in TNA, he sucked. Piece of crap.
But I haven't even gotten to I think it might be episode 4 or 5 where Lyra and Becky are both crying in the backstage area because the match didn't go very well and the crowd wasn't into it and everything. And that's because they've been building the whole Lyra Becky thing in the first episode. That was all about them. And Lyra kept saying how she's not there yet, but she hasn't made that connection with the fans yet, but she thinks that she will, and then she goes and has that match where it didn't really work, and then backstage they're crying and all kinds of it's pretty rough.
And Bruce comes in and just says, "You suck." I don't know.
No, I don't think he says that, but we don't. He might.
You know what?
I wouldn't put it past him.
It wouldn't shock me.
But then we get to the truth episode where, obviously, our truth is a black man, and so Michael P.S. Hayes has
a racist white man.
He's an old white guy, and he has a few lines in one of his interviews that doesn't really work that well.
No,
makes him look pretty bad.
P.S. Hayes, you got some problems, buddy.
Makes him look pretty bad.
You just, I don't know how you still have a job, to be honest.
He's a legacy guy. That's why he's got a job.
God, cut your hair already. Jesus.
This isn't the 70s.
You look like freaking, you just got up out of your trash can and came to work every day. From your pimp house. You were the loud, I mean, just grow up, man. God.
This has turned into you just hating the creative of WWE, the people.
I hate them all.
Yeah, but the producers are good. You got Abyss, you've got Bobby Roode, Tyson Kidd, Gregory Helms, Kenny Dykstra, Jason Jordan. Like the producers are great, but the creative, the booking, different story.
Sad.
And there's even this other guy. I didn't even recognize him, who is on season 2, is one of the head booker guys. I don't even know his name now.
Yeah, some of them were just writers.
Yeah,
Freddie Prinze Jr. used to do that.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is great.
Yeah, he made some good decisions. He made Jeff Hardy world champion.
But also, Vince Russo used to do that. The duality of man.
He's being a juggalo now.
He's being a juggalo. Hey, bro.
Championship wrestling, bro.
Hey,
the future, bro. Juggalos are
I think we should make David Arquette champion, bro. It's a good idea, bro.
It's almost like these guys don't know how to book wrestling.
It's almost like they should listen to Just Book It.
Well, somebody needs to.
And they should hire us.
I'd do that job.
Dominic Mysterio to the moon.
I don't know why they just sit there. They sit around this table acting like these are hard decisions.
Yeah, they got a big whiteboard with all the different things on it. And then Triple H is asking them, what do you guys think?
Well, it's like the other thing about this series that I like, they already are saying how much they hate that the fans are booking their own stuff and all that crap. And now you're showing the fans what could have been that ended up getting changed.
Yeah.
Like one of the
just
things
making them
I
more
saw
angry.
going around was like the Demon was going to come back at what, SummerSlam? I
think? Yeah, one of the big four. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was going to come back as the Demon for whatever match he was in. I forget what the match was, but he was going to be the Demon, and people have been asking for that for years, and then they scrap it for some reason. And they try to justify their crap, and it's like, you're just stupid. You're just stupid. When good stuff happens, it's because it's sheer luck. It's not because of this creative team. That's all I'm saying. I mean, and the fact that you're taking this creative team you have that sucks, the fans hate them, and you're trying to showcase that just makes zero sense to me. It's like, what is the point of this show?
You
For
know,
us to get mad?
We listen to a wise man on the radio every day, and he has a saying, and that saying is sometimes when you
It's
have
stupid.
crap and you try to warm it up, all you get is warm crap.
Disgusting. They're like trying to zhuzh up their poo. Like, look at this. Look at this fancy poo we just made. Still stinks.
It definitely
Ugh.
still stinks. But not everything was bad in the world of wrestling. We had the debut of AAA on Latin American Fox or Fox Latin America.
Mm-hmm. They're getting a big push over
Yeah,
there,
and
trying
a
to
lot of
get
the Latino luchador wrestlers in WWE get to go down there and showcase themselves. Dragon Lee, El Grande. I
Mhm.
know he's not Latino, but El Grande and
He's
the
Latino.
Grandes, and then you got Rey Mysterio obviously down there. Dominic when he gets healthy again. Santos Escobar who returned.
Yep, Santos returned. They had Omos
Oh
come
yeah,
down.
Omos, their big attraction guy.
He joined
Because all the
what's
Mexicans
his
are little,
face.
so they got to bring in a giant.
hmm they're doing the Vikingo thing.
Oh,
El
speaking of that,
Grande.
in the Vikingo El Grande match, there's a camera close enough to El Grande in the corner, and you can pick up
hmm
the audio. And
Yeah, he's
basically,
ticked off.
basically he tells the ref to tell Vikingo to go easy on his neck, and then
Yeah,
Vikingo
because he
doesn't go easy on
freaking
his neck.
no, and then he starts cursing him in
Yeah,
Spanish.
I thought it was pretty
So
interesting
he was pretty ticked
because
off.
Ludwig does have a history with neck injuries. So,
Who's Ludwig?
oh, true, Grande has a history with neck injuries.
Grande's fine. He's never been hurt.
No, he got hurt, and then he came back taller, had surgery.
Uh, they had that surgery now.
Yeah,
So.
you go to it's right next to the hair surgery in Turkey.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a decent show from the little bit I've seen. So it's good with Triple A having that connection with Triple H and WWE. It's really helping them kind of get some footing here in America. They've had some in the past. They had the stuff with Lucha
Hmm.
and doing that stuff, and they've been doing stuff with like New Japan and things like that. But New Japan and AEW mostly stick with CMLL. So it's been good for AAA to get this WWE connection and kind of raising their stock up a little bit, get some of those WWE names to come in and build up their shows a little bit. So
Yeah, it should be good for
plus you get
everybody.
some of the other older AAA guys that used to be there, like Pentagon and Phoenix and stuff like that, Dragon Lee to come
Yeah,
back and do some stuff.
it
So
gets them more opportunities to get on TV and everything because not everybody
yeah,
can get on Raw and SmackDown. So even though SmackDown's 3 hours. Speaking of
which
SmackDown,
is nuts.
one of my new favorite gimmicks, Kit Wilson.
Ugh.
Kit
To-
Wilson.
Toxic
Love
masculinity.
it. That's a great gimmick. Give him the world
And
title
I
right
love
now.
how like they used Kit Wilson to just bury Matt Cardona as soon as he came back.
Yeah, duh.
Just bury the snot out of
Because
that
they
boy.
found it's like Andy in Toy Story with when he drops Woody because he found Buzz. He's done playing with this toy. The Kit Wilson's the hot new
Yeah,
thing now.
yeah.
It's
So,
crazy how a good entrance will get you popular right away.
well, yeah, you just get one good song. I mean, that's what happened to Rude
True.
when he debuted in NXT.
Glorious.
Glorious.
But that song was so good that it
So,
caught fire, and now he's the hot new thing in the company right now. Now he's probably just going to be like a Dolph Ziggler type, where he gets big and then he drops to the bigger, more important talent. But still, he's got something.
I was thinking more of a Fandango. Okay.
Yeah, I mean Fandango and Ziggler kind of in the same category. Obviously, Ziggler reached higher heights, but
The amount of disrespect that you just said about Dolph Ziggler though,
I'm
was
not trying
insane.
to disrespect Nick Nemeth,
I'm
but
not. I'm not even gonna freak out on that because that was so insane.
him and they're jobbers. That's what they do.
Dolph Ziggler's not a
I would
jobber.
categorize him as a jobber.
What the?
He's a higher end jobber, but he's a jobber.
I need to find a new
At least in
definition
WWE
of
he
this
is.
thing. My God, no. It's not a jobber. There's a big difference between a jobber and Dolph Ziggler.
I don't think so.
What kind of sentence is that?
Anyway, that's not my point. He's
God,
the
I'll
point
tell you
is
who a jobber is. Pizzawa.
they're getting
That's what
tag
a
title opportunity. What are you talking about?
that's what a job. Otis. That's a jobber.
They're gonna beat the Usos.
Pretty deadly before the other guy got hurt. That's a jobber.
I watched the clip where he got hurt. It was pretty nasty.
LWO jobbers.
The LWO.
Santos Escobar before he went to AAA jobber. Those are jobbers. Not Dolph Ziggler. Okay, what did you
Yeah,
say? Kurt Hawkins,
I
jobber.
said higher end.
Zack Ryder, pretty much a jobber. Ridiculous. Put Dolph Ziggler in that sentence. Dolph Ziggler's a Hall of Fame.
Dolph Ziggler's a Hall of Famer. Well, so is
He's a
Coco
Hall of
Beware.
Famer over Coco Beware.
So is Coco Beware. So what's your point actually?
My jock strap would be in the Hall of Fame if Coco Beware's in there. What are you talking about?
I'm surprised. Is the Brooklyn Brawler in the Hall of Fame?
He might get in there. He was the best jobber. If you're the best at something, you should be in the Hall of Fame.
Dolph
And he was
Ziggler.
the best. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you said
Speaking
that.
of jobbers, Saturday night's main event.
You're a jobber.
Cody Rhodes.
That's a job.
I knew I'd get you with that.
Thank you. Now you're talking fast. I hope he gets whipped by Jacob.
That's gonna be a good match. I'm very interested in it.
Will it?
I'm a big Jacob guy. I like Jacob Fatu. And
How many Cody matches do you watch and say that's a good match?
every Cody match he's ever had.
We must be watching two different Codys.
But Saturday night's main event is coming up this Saturday, right? What's the date? Hold on, let me check. It is
24th.
the 24th.
My birthday.
That's right, your birthday.
Thank you very much.
So Saturday night's main event is this Saturday, the 24th, and we've got what, 4 matches on the card? 3 matches. We've got Jacob and Cody. We've got the Fatal 4-Way to determine who's going to be fighting Drew at Royal Rumble, and then the women's tag team title match between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, and Liv and Roxanne. So,
yep, Roxanne.
I think if I had to give a guess on who I thought was going to win these matches, I'd say Priest is my pick to win.
We didn't even say who was in the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, right. Okay. So the Fatal 4-Way is Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, Damian Priest, and Trick Williams.
It's almost like you've never been to broadcasting school before.
And so if I had to guess who was going to win these matches, I'd say I want to say Priest is going to win the Fatal 4-Way. I hear a lot of heavy rumors about Sammy winning that match.
Hot and heavy.
Because obviously Riyadh is where the Rumble is, and they might want to give Sammy that big moment where he's got a one-on-one match with McIntyre for the title, but that doesn't really help him because he gets the big pop, but he's going to lose. So does that really do anything for him? When if you have him lose this match, he can rally around that and go to the Royal Rumble and have more to prove and be in the match. But so I think Priest is going to win.
Yeah, I'd probably go Priest too.
And then the women's tag match, I'd like to say Rhea and Io are going to retain because they just got them.
Probably. I would assume so.
But Liv and Roxanne have been kind of on fire since they become a tag team. So
yeah, I just don't see them.
But at the end of the day, it's Rhea and Io, two of the biggest stars in the company.
Yeah. I think they'll hold those titles for a little bit.
Yeah, so I'd have to say it's going to be them. And then Jacob and Cody. I don't know which way to go on this. Because like the obvious answer is duh, it's going to be Cody. But
no, obvious answer is Jacob.
But Jacob just came back. He's hot, and I think they're gonna make Cody keep losing to try to build some sympathy with him.
Or you got the WWE answer. It's going to be some kind of weird double DQ thing.
Well, I kind of think it's going to be a run-in to cost Cody. I don't know who runs it. Maybe McIntyre for some reason. I don't know why he would, but somebody runs in.
What's he care about Cody?
I know he doesn't care about Cody anymore, but somebody's got to run in. Cody can't lose clean. They're not going to make Cody lose clean twice. Or not twice. He didn't even lose clean in the 3 stages.
You could have the MFTs come out and take them both out.
No, MFTs are done with Jacob.
How do you know?
I hope so.
It's not over till I say it's over.
I would hope they're done with it because they're doing the Wyatt 6 stuff. So
he's got the land.
We still don't know who took out Jacob. I don't know if we'll when they'll reveal that.
I thought it was
I
Drew.
they kind of implied it was Drew, but they never specifically said it was. Like they never
Maybe it was
Jacob never
Cody.
said, "Hey, you're the one who took me out. Why'd you do that?" or something like that.
Maybe it was Cody.
It could be Cody. I find it hard to believe that it would be Cody. That would be like a really drastic 180 turn. I get
Yeah, I don't know.
they could go with it, but
Well, if he ever dyes his hair black, we know it's him.
the only way I could see it being Cody is if they do like a storyline where Cody is starting to feel the pressure of being the guy and it's getting to him and he's starting to break a little bit, kind of like a kind of similar to a Homelander situation where Homelander in The Boys is on the outside to the people, he's this awesome hero who can't do any wrong. And well, I guess later in the show, he kills a civilian and they cheer for him.
Oh God,
But that's a whole different
what a
thing.
show!
Uh, but anyway, he's like this on the outside. He's this good hero who's like saves people and everything. But on the inside and
Mhm.
in private, like behind closed doors, he's this horrible person who does despicable things
Mhm.
and says despicable things and drinks breast milk. So
Gross.
maybe that's what they're gonna do with Cody.
Cody's gonna drink breast milk.
I mean, Brandy just had a
I can,
kid, so
it's possible.
but maybe they do a situation where he's been the guy and it's too much for him now, like losing the title kind of like sent him over the edge, but he had done this he'd taken out Jacob because he can't the pressures he knew Jacob was like coming after his title, and so he kind of snapped and realized I can't keep this title if Jacob's chasing me. Jacob's too dangerous, so I got to take him out. Maybe they do something like that. They're probably not. He's probably gonna stay a face, but
How
that's
about
the
we
only
just
way
get
I
rid
could
of
see it
Cody?
going.
Let's just get rid of Cody in general.
You got to stop with the hate on Cody.
Why? Why do I have to
Two of the
stop?
biggest stars in the company are two guys you hate, Punk and Cody.
Uh huh. Yeah. That's why I'm not a big fan of the direction of WWE right now. I'm happy Drew's there.
Uh, is there anybody
I
else
just
that you hate
can't.
that they could push?
Do you want to? You want the list?
No, that'd take too
There's
long.
plenty of people I don't like. Gunther.
Oh, that's true. But
I'm
you don't
pushing
hate Gunther.
him
You just don't like
now.
him because I like him so much.
Yeah. You just like him an unhealthy amount.
He's great.
Is he though? Is he though? He just laughs all the time now. He doesn't even say anything good. Laughs.
He got AJ to put up his career.
Yep, that's happening at the Rumble. Kind of shocked it was happening that early.
Yeah, I was shocked too. I couldn't believe they're doing a career match already because I didn't think he was going to go all year because he didn't want to just follow up Cena's tour with another tour of his own. But I thought he might be able to get past Mania or SummerSlam at least.
I thought he'd go to Mania,
But it makes
but
sense, I
it,
guess, when you think about it because he debuted at the Royal Rumble in 2016. We're 10 years later. He's putting his career on the line at Royal Rumble 2026. So I guess it lines up.
it's just weird.
And you can't have AJ beat Gunther clean because, like you said when we
No,
were talking just about this normally, you said that it kills Gunther.
yeah, it kills the entire push they just spent a year building. It makes no sense if they beats him because you just had him establish that he beat Goldberg, he beat Cena, and then now he's trying to end AJ's career. If you're trying to build up a career killing gimmick, then you better not have him lose one. That makes no sense.
And I had originally wanted AJ to do a Ric Flair style retirement where he puts his career on the line every match. And I guess they're in a way doing that because he is putting his career on the line. But I kind of thought that he would win some more matches with his career on the line before he gets to this, kind of like when Rick got to WrestleMania with Shawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could have seen that, but yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they pull the trigger on
I
that.
guess they could do a weird finish. Maybe Gunther gets taken out by somebody, and that's Gunther's WrestleMania match is whoever takes him out.
It just seems weird.
Yeah, but I feel like AJ's gonna lose, and then He's done. And maybe that's what he wants. Maybe he didn't ever plan on going to WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell with AJ.
Or they make him win and they kill Gunther's gimmick.
Yeah. And then we got a waste of time with the whole Cena thing. I mean, Cena's just used his whole career to put Gunther over, and then you're going to kill it that fast? I don't know. That seems really
I
weird,
mean,
but
we just talked about Unreal Season 2 in the booking, so
it's bad.
just picture the
It's
whiteboard
not
and see what it
good.
says.
Yeah. Kill Gunther's character. Got it. Understood the assignment. But then we got TNA coming up, and their second episode on AMC.
Yep, they are trying to follow up their debut on AMC, and then
Crappy
they had the Genesis pay-per-view that
debut.
next week or that same weekend. So now this is their first
Crappy.
TNA episode post Genesis. Mike Santana won the title and then retained it at Genesis.
They had their crappy debut episode.
It was a weird one, but I
It
didn't
was
expect
bad.
anything less from TNA.
Yeah, I was hoping that if you're gonna do a debut episode, it was at least gonna be good.
They filmed it and they treated it as if it's just a regular TNA episode, like what they had been
Right.
doing.
The only thing I liked about it was that AJ was on it,
Yeah.
and the main event was fine.
Yeah, main event was good. There was a couple of moments in there that were fine. I mean, I liked when they spotlighted the Twitch streamers and the people like that that
Mm-hmm.
react to the content and everything. That's cool. The only problem I had with that was they showed them in like the one area where there was like no fans, so that wasn't a
Mm-hmm.
great look.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like a lot of weird
Maybe
shit.
maybe you could
For a
have. I
debut
mean, you knew
episode
you were
on
going to film
AMC.
that segment, so why don't you just have a security guy go down and say, "Hey, why don't you guys move over to the hard camera side so we can makes it look a little bit better." You
Uh-huh.
can come back here when you're done, but and then they
Yeah,
had the
TNA's never
weird
been great about production.
segment with Ryan Nemeth and the celebrity guys from that AMC TV show.
Uh-huh. Well, then they had Perez Hilton on there, which
Oh
was
God,
horrible. Just
that
horrible.
was the part of the episode where I was like, "This is a fever dream. What am I watching?"
Mm-hmm. Which is bad.
And they
Just
had
all
Mr.
around bad.
Elegance on there. I have no idea what's going on there.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Somebody I did see a picture. He officially got put into their roster, and so he had his like
Mm-hmm.
roster picture, whatever they give it. And somebody
Yeah.
had seen that, and they said he looks like a kid that got magically turned into an adult.
Yeah. Yeah, it don't make a lot of sense. Yeah, but I was hoping they'd come out a little bit
This is what
hotter for
TNA
their
does. This
debut
is why I
episode.
always
But
say TNA is joke. They're irrelevant.
well, teenage just the kind of thing where you, as soon as you get excited about something, they just rip the
Yeah,
rug
you
out
were
from
all in on
underneath
that Scott D'Amore return, and then they
you.
killed
Yeah.
that immediately.
But yeah, I was excited when they were going to bring TNA back and not be Impact anymore and go back to their roots. And then the whole reason they got back popular was because Scott D'Amore's doing. And then a month after they go back to TNA, they fired the guy. It was like, hey, thanks for getting us to the finish
That's
line.
all we
We'll
needed.
we'll take it from here. Goodbye. So
Yeah, but they
I didn't
fired him like
understand
four
that at
times,
all.
so
I just didn't get it. It made no sense. You just rebuilt your entire company and you're actually starting to get some
that's
momentum.
all they need. They only needed him to rebuild the company, and then they take it from there.
And then ever since then, it's been just
No,
crappy
it
decision
hasn't
after
been
crappy
good.
decision. So, but Feast of Fire is coming back this week, so I always love a good Feast of Fire.
I loved old TNA, like when we started watching, and then the when we
Mm-hmm.
went back and watched the older stuff, and I stopped
Mm-hmm.
watching probably around 2013, maybe 2014, probably when AJ left is when I stopped watching really, and
Yeah, pretty much.
and then I followed here and there over the next few years and the 10 years or whatever it's been 12 years, but it's just been irrelevant. They've been the little brother. Now they're the ugly stepchild at this point
Well, yeah.
because
Now they're
AEW comes
in
in and
bed with
and AEW is
everybody.
way better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By far.
AEW eclipsed what TNA was doing in the second year.
Well, now TNA's just, you know, they're doing the share with WWE, and they're
And it's
getting
not.
screwed
It's a
over on
one-way
that deal.
street.
Yeah, not much is coming back to TNA in that deal. So besides money, so,
NXT is better
whatever.
than TNA at this point.
I mean that's TNA's level is NXT if you're comparing it to anything.
Yeah, they've fallen hard, and it's sad because I liked TNA back in the day, and
Yeah,
now that's
they
why I
just
say they're irrelevant because
they make bad decisions on booking and they don't build anybody up really.
it's sad day.
Yeah, it's rough.
Maybe they can redeem
to see.
themselves and get to the official number 3 on the list, but it'll
I
take some
doubt it.
time.
New Japan's way ahead of them.
Yeah, especially with what they just did with Tanahashi and I think it's pronounced Suji. I still have no idea, but
Tsuji.
with him bringing back the previous version of the title and killing the Bullet Club, they're pretty hot right now.
Yeah, TNA's way down the list.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. It's just never going to go back to the way it used to be.
No, they're never going to reach that pinnacle again.
Nope. They're basically just turned into an extra developmental for WWE.
Yeah, all their guys are going to go over anyway. WWE basically hoarded what's his face, Leon Evans or Leon what is it?
Slater.
Yeah, Leon Slater. Yes,
Yeah, I was annoyed.
I combined them both.
Well, because he was supposed to be on the debut
Yeah,
show,
but he was overseas.
and then he was supposed to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they promised a match with him.
Yeah, he was supposed to defend the title, but then they just switched it because he had to go do that open challenge with Carmelo.
a contracted TNA wrestler. Now I did hear that it was visa issues. He couldn't get back to America.
Whatever.
That's
I'm
the
sure
story
they'll
that's
find
out
some
there.
excuse.
I don't know how true that is. It might be a little true, but I assume it was more WWE had priority because they're WWE and they said we want him, and TNA just said yes, sir. Yeah, you can have him.
Yeah, what's TNA gonna do? They're getting paid, so they're just trying to survive. That's annoying. It's just you feel bad for him. I mean, they already took Joe Hendry from him.
that was the most obvious contract tampering ever.
Yeah, and then Jordan Grace.
Mm-hmm. And Naomi before
Left
that,
him.
she was the champion in the Rumble.
Yeah, I mean it's just nonstop. So well, whatever. What was I gonna say? TNA is definitely down the list in terms of quality.
Yeah, Triple A's climbing past him soon.
Yeah. Well, if you're just doing out of the big world champions, I would put Santana at the bottom.
Oh, for sure. That TNA
Whatever.
title has lost all relevance.
Yeah. Gone are the days of Kurt Angle and Sting.
Yeah, when that title actually was considered a world championship.
Yeah. Yep, it's down way
The
down
AAA mega title is more of a world championship than that.
Yeah.
And that's held by Dominic.
Yeah, that's better. That's the IWGP's better.
Oh, way better.
NXT I'd put ahead.
Probably, especially when Oba had it.
Yeah. So it's just sad. If you're an old school TNA fan, it's sad to see where they got to.
Yeah, because they had some moments.
Yeah, they had a lot of good moments where you thought that they were gonna not compete. I mean, not dominate WWE like WCW, but you thought they could compete.
They could around like that 2006 to 2009 era. I mean, they gave WWE a run for their money. They were competitive.
The Hogan thing just didn't work, and that was kind of the downfall. They brought in these big names with big money, and then they ran out of money.
They fell into the trap, the WCW trap,
Mm-hmm.
because the WCW guys came over.
But then you couldn't pay guys that were your cornerstones, and then they started leaving, and then your whole foundation was
And then
gone.
you try to bring the Mafia back, and it gets crumbled because Booker T and Kevin Nash show up at the Rumble.
hmm And WWE was like, no, 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 no mafia. Mafia is great though.
Yeah, Mafia is great.
They eventually come back to fight Ace and Eight though.
But that is the past week in wrestling. Very excited
hmm
for Saturday night's main event, though.
Yeah, and then the Rumble. The Rumble's pretty much, besides WrestleMania, obviously, my favorite pay per view of the year.
Hmm.
I'm excited to see what happens at the
Yeah, I mean,
Rumble.
this
If
Rumble's
there's
so
some
wide open.
surprises. Yeah, first one in a while. I feel like this wide
Yeah,
open.
even last year, I
So
mean, yeah, Jay won, but everybody's predicting Cena.
yeah, I mean, this is you had that favorite going in. That was like overwhelming
But
favorite.
I've heard so many different options. I've heard Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, uh, uh, Cody. Now, there's so many
Ugh,
different options you could have.
that's probably gonna be Cody.
They're not going to have him win three. He's not pulling an Austin.
He might. He freaking
My
might.
pick is Sammy, not just because I drafted him in our draft, but because I
Sure.
think Sammy's going to do it. In Saudi, I think it fits perfectly.
Yeah, I'd probably go more towards Braun or somebody like that. I think it's gonna be a young guy. At least I hope it is.
Well, Sammy's not young, so
Well, no, I didn't say I was picking Sammy. You did.
maybe they
So
give it to
I'm
Logan
hoping
Paul. He was third
it's a
last year.
it's a younger guy that kind of can get that big time push. Because I'm tired of seeing all these AARP guys out there.
None of them are that old yet. They're close.
Oh, they're getting there. I want to see some of the younger guys get a chance
I
to
do think LA Knight will return at the
take
Rumble.
some
That's a pretty
titles.
obvious one. I think they're holding him back to get that pop at the Rumble.
I would think so, but I don't know.
There are probably going to be
Somebody
some
I saw,
surprises. We'll talk about all that when we preview it, but
yeah, for sure. I saw somebody had posted the picture of like the poster.
oh yeah, with all the faces
That
on there.
was, yeah. So people were trying to figure out who was
I
on
think
it.
Obo was
So
on there.
yeah, which makes sense. Why wouldn't you have him come out in the Rumble and do something?
Yeah, but
So
it's a risky one with Oba at the Rumble because you wanna start him hot and getting eliminated kind of depending on how you do it. You don't wanna just
I
ruin.
think as long as you're in there for a while, it doesn't really matter how you get eliminated. Now, if you get eliminated quickly or if you get eliminated weirdly,
Yeah, like a Chelsea
then it
Green
hurts you.
or
Yeah, it hurts you a little bit, but excuse me.
and
I
I
don't think
think
it
Javon's
really
gonna be in it because
matters
he's
that
gonna probably
much.
pull a Kofi.
Well, he's hurt now.
Oh, he got hurt?
Yeah, you didn't see that on Raw?
I must have missed it.
He put the X up on him. He had a shoulder
Oh
injury or
right.
something.
Okay, I did see that. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if I mean, it looked legit, so I don't know. It's hard to
I
tell,
forgot about that.
but
It'll be on
I don't
Unreal
know if
Season
he's
3.
gonna be. I don't know if he's gonna be out for a while or not. I'm
Well,
not sure.
if he's not out, he's gonna pull a Kofi. But if he is, I don't know if they'll have a Kofi spot this year. Unless Kofi does it.
Yeah, Kofi's. I think
He's getting a
done with
little
that
old.
though. I don't think he's really gonna do that. I mean, unless it's something decently easy to do, I wouldn't see him doing that this year.
Which is why I thought it'd be a good spot for Javon. Maybe Leon Slater comes back and does it.
Yeah, I mean that would work
I
too.
would
Why
not be
not?
shocked if he comes into the Rumble for sure.
But yeah, well, they had Joe last year, so
Yeah, he'd probably be in it again.
mhm. Yeah, hopefully it's some young guy that can break the mold
Mhm.
for him. So
But there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Then we got Saturday night's main event this
hmm
Saturday. Then we've got the Rumble in what is that 2 weeks after or a week after?
it's just the next week
Just the
after
next week after. Okay, so I don't know why they
uh
sandwiched Saturday night's main event in there, but
because they have to.
yeah, I think they're doing one a quarter or something like that.
Yeah.
Then we got the Rumble after that, and then once the Rumble is over, we know our main events of wrestling. Well, we know the winners who are we can kind of vaguely guess who they're gonna pick,
Yeah.
and I would doubt whoever wins the men's is gonna choose the world title. Maybe they will
You'd
if
be
they
surprised.
want to build it as a legit title, which I hope that they do.
No, that's already dead.
It's not dead. I mean,
Mhm.
Seth had it, and then Punk had it now, and it's kind of prestigious a little bit. It's more prestigious than the TNA title, that's for sure.
Oh,
But there's a lot of exciting stuff happening. Another episode of SmackDown is on the way, which I think they're back in the States now for this. So I think.
I think so. I
Yeah.
can't remember now.
Hopefully they are, because I hate when they start early because I always forget.
I can't remember if they're doing a longer tour or not. They might still be over somewhere in Europe.
Maybe. I don't remember what they said on Raw if they
So,
said it was going to be in SmackDown or it's going to be in some other
mm,
European town or city.
yeah. So,
But we
but
will
yeah,
find out
we'll
and we will
see.
be back to discuss it all.
Hmm.
Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment on Spotify and on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Brothers Wrestling, and we will see you in the next one.
Peace.